What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld Podcast. And what we're going to be talking about today is Week 12, the Rams and the Ravens. Now, this was completely disgusting, the way that the Ravens dealt with the Rams. And people have to start to understand, many people, they comment on the videos. They say things like, Jared Goff is trash. Todd Gurley got away with getting that big contract, and he wasn't worth it. And I don't really view it like that because you're only worth what somebody's willing to pay you. So they got the money. You see what I'm saying? Like, even if they are trash or whatever you guys are saying, they still got at the time what somebody thought they was worth. So I don't really care about the money aspect because these owners are billionaires. They can do whatever they want. What I'm concerned with is how long are you willing to go with the lie? You see what I'm saying? Like, you're saying that these guys were good enough for your franchise to take you to the next level. I don't know if Gurley's tendonitis or whatever's going on with him is making him not be able to perform, but he's been absolutely horrid, this entire season overall. Jared Goff, we could tell in big games that he's just not that guy, and yet still their cap is filled with the contracts with these guys. 45-6. What do you expect a guy like Aaron Donald to do? He was exposed unbelievably. Now, Lamar Jackson is speed that I don't think we've seen in the NFL. He's throwing the ball accurately now for the most part in the red zone. He's able to do so many different things. It's very, very difficult for any team to, like we saw the Patriots and Bill Belichick not be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that is very, very delicate in nature because if he's able to stay healthy and the Ravens can play decent defense and they can continue doing what they're doing right now, you are not beating this team. And the ground and pound and having a guy with this kind of speed, and it's different. You remember those runs that Kaepernick made when he was playing and, he went to the Super Bowl or whatever? And then when they played the Ravens, I remember Terrell Suggs, after that game, they were like, what did you do to stop the read option? And they were able to put that, they just bashed up Kaepernick every time they thought he would get the ball. The rules and everything has changed, so you can't really do that. And even with that being said, Lamar is way quicker than Kaepernick ever was. So how do you try to figure out how you're going to stop this guy? Because if you do the wrong thing, let's put it like this, right? If you hit him on a read option and it's too wild when they think that, it was too aggressive and you kind of knew he didn't have the ball, those are penalties now. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a whole different ball game. People have to understand that the things that are going on, what we're seeing right now is wild and savage. And you got to figure out, like, okay, wait a minute. They beat the Patriots, who are probably going to be in the championship game in the AFC. I don't see, right now, other than the Ravens, I don't really see who's going to beat them. The Patriots, like, Tom Brady is not playing well, but that doesn't matter. They're going to find a way to win. They're the Patriots, right? After all of that is determined, what is going to be the outcome of that game when they meet again? That's all that should be on everybody else's mind. Because realistically speaking, the Cowboys had a chance to beat them when they didn't play their best. And guess what, bro? I don't even know. This dude, Stephon Gilmore, was just all over Amari Cooper and Witten at the same time. Like, them dudes is garbage. But that's not what this is about. What this is about is, what are the Rams going to do? What are the Los Angeles Rams going to do right now? Because I know, looking at this overall, if you're a fan of the Rams, you got to see a lot of problems right now. You got to be like, yo, why did we pay these guys this much money? It's sort of like when you look at the Cowboys and you look at Zeke Elliott, but then you want to blame Zeke, but the O-line is not playing the same way. I don't know where to put everything, because like in certain parts of this game, Jared Goff had really, really good protection, and he had a chance to make reads. And his reads were just wrong, and he threw 2 picks. Like, bro, look, listen. In these big games, you got to make plays to keep your team in it. And it just didn't happen. You had no run game. You barely had a pass game. And dudes are just locking up. And they're scoring almost every time they got the ball. Like, RG3 goes in, and even RG3 doing stuff. He just throwing the ball up in the air, and dudes is catching it. RG3 is trash. Like, this, look, bro, let me just explain something to you guys. The way that this is going right now, it looks and appears that Lamar Jackson, if he's able to continue this, he may end up being the MVP of the league. If that were to happen, that would be such a wild story, because I always bring up the fact of him being booed in his playoff game last year. It's amazing what hard work can do and how it can pay off if you believe in yourself. And this dude is just out there doing whatever he wants. Like, you can't, even if you're a Ram fan, you can't tell me that he's not exciting to watch. And that's the issue. Like, people, you can't really be mad at him. He has a like It's a contagious smile. He's just having fun out there. The Ravens team look like they're having fun. That's when it's dangerous. Let me just point that out. Whatever you're doing, like if you're trying to be successful in life and you have fun with what you're doing, you are dangerous because it's not work. You see what I'm saying? Like now it's not work. Like, bruh, I'm having fun. You know, like how you get up like, oh, I gotta go see these people at work again. I don't want to do this. That's just a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just doing it to feed your family, whatever. These dudes are having fun. These guys are going to press conferences having fun. They're doing things that are making you say, wow, you can really still have fun in this in the National Football League. Even with all these new penalties and not being able to do this and all these different things, you can still actually have fun. And that's what my issue is with everything that's going on. People need to understand and realize that this is a very, very delicate situation. Okay? The Rams right now have to figure out, are they going to stay with Jared Goff or cut their losses and just pay the penalty and just get somebody else? Because he's showing that he's just not ready for this moment. Now, will he be ready for it later? I don't know. But again, remember with Lamar Jackson, they saw something in him to keep him the same way. And remember, John Harbaugh kept him in the game with all the boos. So that was a vote of confidence for him. And it's the reflection now of what we're seeing. It's like, all right, yo, he was right. And as a coach, you can be like, all right, yeah, I made the right decision. I don't know if they see that in Goff. I don't know what Gurley with his knee. He's a running back. Another year will go by. You know, running backs are like, all right, yo, what are we trying to do? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, because of the positions, maybe Jared Goff gets a little bit more of a nod, like, all right, you continue to do what you're doing, continue to be trash, whatever. But Gurley's going to be out soon because it's you know the way running backs work. So it's a very, very difficult thing because you paid this man so much money. You got to pay him. A lot of it is guaranteed. I don't mind that. You could pay him and let him go and do what he's doing. I'm not saying, yo, take back his money or none of that. I would never do that. Like that's just craziness. That's crazy talk. Like he still earned his way to that contract. My issue is the team now. If he's not performing team-wise, what do you do? Because the only reason that they're holding on to these guys is because they gave them so much guaranteed money. Other than that, they'll be cut. It's like a no-brainer, bro. You're gone. You're out of here. But it was very, very disgusting to watch this entire team. I got to be honest with you. Like, I can't sugarcoat it. It was, overall, the team, it was like a dumpster fire. Like, they were disgusting. It was really, really bad. You would think that the Ravens were at home. And overall, like the crowd just started cheering for the Ravens. It was really, really embarrassing. So I'm just trying to figure out, I want to pick you guys' brains. Like, what do you think? How do they go and get better from this? Like, what do they do to make it so that it was worth it? Because in my opinion, I don't know if Gurley this season is going to be able to do anything. Like, tendonitis is really, really wild. And it looks like it's really, really hindering him. He's not healthy, and he's out there trying to work it. It's difficult when you have those injuries like that to go out there and perform. So I really just don't know how they're going to fix this. But for me, if I'm the owner or anybody, the general manager, whatever, I cut my losses. I know it's a quarterback, and I know that, you know, it's very, very hard to get a quarterback, so I would probably try to give Jared Goff a little bit more. But the running back situation, you got to figure out what you want to do with Gurley. I just don't see a situation where you continue to let him play throughout the season when he's hurt, because something's wrong with him. You know, like how we look at Cam Newton, like, yeah, that dude's garbage, and then we found out that he had the shoulder injury. I knew something was wrong with him. I was just saying he was playing terribly. He couldn't throw the ball 30 yards. But, okay, you got to put him on the sideline, let him go get healthy, and figure out where you go from there. But this right here is just, you don't have anything going on. And then when your best player on your team, Aaron Donald, can't do nothing, and you see him just standing there with his hands on his hips several times throughout the game because Lamar Jackson is just so dynamic, where do you go? Bro, listen, I'm just telling you right now, with the way that dudes are getting beat down, the Ravens are the team to beat right now. Took out the Super Bowl champs, and they're just chilling. They're like, yo, what's good? They're having fun, doing whatever they want. And this was just another scene where it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, anything else you need? Like, this is crazy right here. And I don't really see a scenario, again, that the Rams are going to be able to do anything. It looks like they're just going to continue to get demolished. If Jared Goff doesn't find a way to grow, I feel like you got to get, maybe give him another year because he's a quarterback and see if you're going to move on. But we've seen it before. Other high rookie draft picks, they move on. Rosen, these guys, you got to cut your losses before it gets too crazy. And if they go someplace else and they play well, God bless them. But I don't think the Rams fans want to see these guys for a while. That's just my opinion. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching as we wrap up Week 12. Can't wait to see you guys for Week 13. Be sure to download GmiasWorld Podcast on iTunes, Android, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. You guys go ahead and have an unbelievable day. Until next time, one love.